It's been about a year since I started decluttering on camera with you and going through all of the messes. And I know recently I shared with you that I kind of haven't been decluttering much lately, and I might have lied, just a little bit of a white lie, because arguably one of the best ways to declutter is by using up all of the products that you had multiples of. I've been collecting all of those for the last year. So I guess without further ado, we can go through and see what kinds of multiples are in here. These have just been tossed in as I've been using them, so there is really no organization whatsoever inside this bag. I do have a few more products that are very close to being able to be, used up and decluttered in that sense, but I kind of felt like if I kept putting it off, that was always going to be the case. So I kind of had to draw the line here. We'll just go through some of the random stuff. And throughout this video, if you recognize stuff that you also tend to buy multiples of, or realize you kind of overstocked a little bit, let me know which ones as they come up down in the comments. You can put more than one comment, it's fine. You don't have to keep editing your comment if you don't want to. I'm gonna start with one that is incredibly strange because it's near the top, and I don't think this is going to be a common one. I went through finally one of these air duster things for like your keyboards and other random crevices and stuff like that. So I guess that's kind of cool. I think I have at least one or two more partials of these rolling around somewhere in my house, but at least I have one less. And also I get to, go ahead and take this out for recycling day. So that's also going to be super helpful. I think most of the packaging is recyclable. I'll find out. Another oddball that I don't think is going to be a common one is at one point, I kept getting coupons for these and also kept forgetting that I had purchased the Glad press and seal with said coupons. I think I still have like 2 or 3 more in my cabinet. The cats always have to play with crinkly paper or some other loud thing whenever I start filming. I'm kind of surprised they're not like rooting around in here and joining in on all of this. I actually considered completely dumping it out, and that would have absolutely created some kitty chaos. Okay, can I do any categories? Oh, here's another oddball one that I think might be a one-off, is a hairbrush where like all of this stuff, I didn't even bother cleaning it out because this won't get recycled. This will go straight in the trash. And I didn't realize how badly the little nubbies were getting worn off. And it took me a while to figure out like why I was getting blue flakes on my hand, and it was the coating of this. So I do actually think I have had this brush for longer than any other brush has lasted. So I did pay a little extra. I want to say it was Walmart or Amazon that I got another Revlon just like this. I don't know if they are being discontinued or if they're just happen to be low availability when I looked for them. But just because of how long this one was lasting, I decided to go ahead and get another one. And I exercised incredible willpower in not buying a 2-pack. So yay me. If it is discontinued, I will somehow learn to deal with it and find a different brush. Oh, well, this shouldn't be in there. Although I should go ahead and make this my empty for the day. This is the Magic Mind wellness shots that I have been taking for over a month now. I do notice drastically a difference in clarity, a lot more focus, reduced brain fog. For simplicity's sake, I just go ahead and take the whole shot. If you want to make a whole beverage out of this, you are more than welcome to do so, but I'm just happy taking the shot because I just want all the benefits as soon as possible. If you decide to use my link for your own new favorite empties every single day, you can get anywhere from 20% all the way up to 48% off of your purchase, whether you get a one-time or a subscription. Just kind of depends on the level of discount, but go ahead and check them out. If you're not sure, you can always get a small sample pack just to try them out. But honestly, you're going to end up wishing you had gotten a full pack or maybe even 2. Don't take my word for it. Just try it for yourself. And of course, don't forget to use code MLIVING20 for the very best discount off your order. Moving right along, this appears to also be a one-off. I don't know, I just buy multiples and usually have them throughout the house, so that's part of why it's easy to stock up, because you're like, well, one for each bathroom and maybe the kitchen or wherever. So I did go through one of these. That's it. I guess I still have plenty in other canisters. This is another one-off, and you can see there is still a little bit of perfume left in this bottle. However, the last time I did try to use this earlier this year, the scent had clearly turned and broken down, and so then I just purchased a new bottle. And honestly, that's pretty good, especially to use up this much fragrance before it expires and turns into something I don't want to smell anymore, or that I just get sick of, because that usually happens way sooner, and then it just turns to crap and I find it years later. Speaking of coupons that I kept purchasing items and forgot that I had extras of in the cabinet, and this would be the Dawn Power Wash. I do really love and enjoy this brand of dish soap, so I'm going to keep purchasing it, and if I accidentally overbuy, it does get used. But one of these usually lasts me north of 6 months, not quite a full year. So the fact that I managed to go through some of these should be concerning, but maybe one of these was almost empty when I first started decluttering last year. So that's also a possibility. This is going to, okay, I feel like this is going to be such a strange category, and I don't even know entirely how this started. There should actually be 3 of these total. I think I accidentally already recycled a few of them. Yes, I definitely accidentally recycled 2 of the gains. I don't know what I was thinking, other than these are typically $1 at Dollar General in that, dollar deals aisle. And I was like, well, why not stock up? Because it's relatively inexpensive and I could try different scents and stuff. And then it just got way out of hand, and they created so much clutter in my laundry room. It was so bad. And like how many times I knocked them over, knocked the lids over and back behind the washing machine. So that'll be a fun expedition someday. I recognize how strange it is that I had 5 of these at one point. Medicines. So if you were with me when I went through the linen closet, you saw that I had crazy amounts of partials of just about all of these. And I guess I don't want to consume these and get rid of them, because that means I was sick, but it happened, and I was able to be thoughtful about it, use it up, and not just, put in another Walmart order to deliver more of all of the same stuff, because I had gone through everything and I was able to recognize what I had, and it was organized and easy to access. These were nice to have. So much stuff like leaving today, like I'm not even halfway through this and I already feel so much better. I mean, granted, I didn't have to hang on to these, but this is one of those weird, fun YouTube videos I like to watch. So I'm gonna do general personal care as a category. Yeah, I'll say general personal care. Deodorant that I was able to use up. A couple of face washes. This one I actually did repurchase because I do really enjoy this one. And I think it also does a really nice job of getting makeup off. Not that I'm wearing any today, but it's nice to have. This is a great summer one. And then a tube of toothpaste, because I had several of those. And then of course I opened the last one, bought more reserves of toothpaste, and then I've been still kind of struggling with a broken tooth in my mouth, and started switching over to the mineralizing or remineralizing toothpastes. Like there's one in the powder form and one that's actually like a gel, kind of a toothpaste more similar to what we're used to. They do seem to really help. So because I haven't opened any of that other stock, they'll end up going into some kind of food drive, personal hygiene care drive thing. And then the one that's currently open, there's not a ton left in that one. So I'll either use it up or I'll throw that in my suitcase, because I do believe yes, the last time I traveled, I used up one of these in my suitcase and I tossed it right at the hotel. So another helpful tip is take stuff that is about to run out when you're traveling. And so I guess actually that happened with a few things that I don't have, and like, why would I fly home with empty packages? But It just made it more convenient that it was less stuff that I had to repack coming home. In worst case, if I would have ran out, just go to the hotel desk and be like, hey, I'm out of toothpaste. Or, you know, there was a Walgreens down below in the hotel, so easy. A few hair care products, which this one actually has product in it, but when I opened it up, it smelled and looked weird. And then I realized it's much older than I thought it was. That's unfortunate because I do actually really like this product. I just must have gotten into the habit of using the full size and forgot I had the trial size at one point. And this, I'll probably repurchase some of this, or at least the One United version from Redken, one or the other, whichever one goes on sale next. And then Redken needs to bring this back, except that I normally would grab the one with green for fine hair. But, you know, when you have to like suck it up and get whatever you can get on resale sites, you kind of have to just deal with whichever version you get. But to me, this was one of the best products ever for someone who doesn't enjoy spending the time to blow dry my hair and like, you know, more power to you if you can do that and, you know, your arm and hand doesn't fall off. But I just don't enjoy the process of blow drying my hair. I like when it's done and it looks nice. I forgot this in personal care. This is an exfoliator that I use and I, you know, try to buy the biggest packages possible. They don't seem to make this large of a package anymore, which is unfortunate. And so the last time I saw a really good price on it, I'm pretty sure I bought 2. It was one of those things where I'm like, don't tell me they're going to discontinue this next. And I do use it enough. This did last me a really long time. So I expect the 2 bottles that are 2 halves of this basically to last an equal amount of time because I use it on my face, and also when my hands get really scaly, that also helps get some of that off. Once in a blue moon, I'll really treat my feet to getting all of the dead skin off with it too, but that's pretty rare because that is not an inexpensive endeavor. But they did use this on me once at Sephora for one of those little like makeup makeovers, and I was hooked. This is almost a category on its own, and I'm missing some. So first is vitamin B. Finally got rid of that. I still think I have B6 that I'm working through, and then I'll switch to a more complete complex. That, or I used it up and I forgot to save it, or maybe I took that one to work. I don't remember. Either way, making progress on that. Originally I had 5 of these. There's only 2 empties here. I did throw away an empty at work without thinking. Well, I recycled an empty without thinking once at work. And then there's a partial at work and a partial here at home. So I am moving pretty well on the vitamin D. Surprisingly, I've only gone through 2 of the ridiculous amount of hand soap that I bought the last couple of years because, I mean, when it goes on sale for $2 or $2.50, I'm a total sucker for Bath & Body Works fragrances, and this like makes it more justifiable to purchase more fragrances when it's like $2 or even if it goes up to $3. And then I rotate throughout the seasons, so then it takes me even longer to get through them. But I'm glad I'm making progress. I don't know how many others I have. I almost don't want to know. So it's something. It's moving along. It's something. And there is a point where I will decide the next, food or hygiene drive that we have at work, where if there are still enough unopened or duplicate scents that were unopened of hand soaps, that will also go into that, because I don't know what my problem is with that. I'm not even like a major germaphobe or someone that washes their hands 100 times a day. I'm just a sucker, especially for the seasonal scents. Lastly, I was able to add one more after yesterday to my body washes. So I think these all either started out as partials earlier this year, or maybe this one was a full one. I don't 100% remember, but I think going through this many partials was really good. And so that means I am down to There's one that's almost empty right now. And then I bought some of the vampire blood that is really popular in Halloween time. And there's a reason for that. It smells amazing. And I finally was like, you know what? It's fine, I'll get one. There is one more that I have a partial of. I keep meaning to ask some of the women at work if they're interested in, because I don't hate it, but like, you know how when you go in there and you're like, this smells amazing, I must get it. And then you're like, okay, it's fine, but I'm still reaching for other stuff. So I'll eventually remember someday to take that to work and see if someone wants it, and hopefully someone else will get to enjoy it. That's all I have for empties today. Don't forget to check out the link for the Magic Mind shots. Truly, I will be surprised if you don't enjoy them, but their return refund policy is amazing. So on the off chance that you just don't enjoy them the same way that I do, it is no risk. Go ahead, check them out. Look at all of this stuff that is finally leaving the house today. I feel so much better. If you happen to miss the video where I took you along and went through the hall closet and found most of these items, or you just want to watch it all over again for some inspiration or body doubling, I can't wait to meet with you again right over here.